Hey everybody, how's it going? We're ready for another pickups video for the month of March. We're on, like, what is it, April 3rd? Middle of the week, god damn it. But, a couple games here for you, and talk about them real quick. Probably my big pickup of the month, I really enjoy this thing, is the Neo Geo Mini, which came out, I want to say, like, last fall, or something, sometime around there. I basically, under my TV over there, have my Neo Geo X set up for, as long as I've been in this apartment, and it had it for like a couple years at that point. And I very rarely used it, mostly because of the way that the battery works. And especially over here in my apartment, I try to like save on electricity, so I'm not charging that thing all the time. And it was like, even on the dock, it won't start, it won't turn on without there being some battery life in the portable. So I just got kind of like sick of looking at it and being like, you know what, why do I have this thing? I'd actually rather have this Neo Geo Mini. Whatever people don't like about this is I still really like what they've done with it. I will take it out and show you all the cabinet and everything. Right now I just have, the unit itself. But when I was buying it, because I ordered it on Amazon, and I actually got it on warehouse deals for like $20 cheaper, and it's clearly because of the box. It must have arrived at somebody's house, damaged from the shipping, just the box itself. But this is the unit itself. It's really nice. I have played one before, but I bought this. It's not really portable, but it's just, you just plug it into the wall. It's got its own screen. You do have to buy a mini HDMI to go out to the TV, but like, really, it's nicely done. It's got 40 games on it that includes a lot of really good stuff, including 7 Metal Slug games, or 6 Metal Slug games. It doesn't have 6 on it. That's 1 through 5 plus Metal Slug X. Some of the big ones, the really big ones that I've never actually had the chance to play before, Shock Troopers Second Squad, because Shock Troopers is actually one of my favorite Neo Geo games, and I knew for a long time that there was a second one, and they never put it on anything. I think they had put it on the Switch, but I just never bought it. Samurai Showdown 5 Special, King of Fighters 2002, like, they're going super late with some of these games. It's very impressive. And like I said, I don't have any other controllers or anything for it right now, but the controllers, unlike for the Neo Geo X, are actually really cheap. So I'm definitely considering grabbing one. They are like the Neo Geo CD pads. They're like little actual joypads, but on Amazon I think they're like $12, which is like super cheap. I literally sold my Neo Geo X to buy this and had money left over for what the Neo Geo X goes for right now. So if you're still on the fence about that, I really have to recommend it. I think it's really good. I've been playing that. I played that a little bit. But yeah, it looks nice on my shelf. It's a cool little piece. Anyway, I got 2 DS games here. I got this. I got these both off Declutter. That's just how things go. I check Declutter several times a day. And for $5, I picked up this Might and Magic Clash of Heroes, and of course it comes sealed. And I'm like, God damn it! Because as great as a value as this ends up being, that I paid $5 for this. Now I have to eventually come to the point of like, do I want to open this? Do I actually want to open this Might and Magic? Because it's like a $15 game, complete by itself. So yeah, I don't know. I got a good deal on it. It really the thing is, when that happens to you, I feel like I should just open it. But it's always going to be in the back of my mind. I'm not going to until I actually go to play it. And then the other one that I got, I'm so glad. I love Phoenix Wright, and I haven't actually played all the games, but Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations, which I haven't played this one at all. I played the first one. I know I played Injustice for All, and I know I played Apollo Justice. But I grabbed this. Just came yesterday. I'm super excited to have more Phoenix Wright. Oh, and I played Phoenix Wright Professor Layton, which I loved. So yeah, series I absolutely love. Haven't played all the games. Really glad to have one though. anytime I can pick one up that I don't have. A couple Switch games here. 2 of these are from Limited Run. And I have the 4 technically games that are here. I've only really played one of them so far. I picked up Battle Chef Brigade way after the fact because it actually came out. This is the Best Buy cover. I was in Best Buy, and there were a couple things that I actually wanted. I ended up getting Battle Chef Brigade because I got another real look at it after not buying it, not ordering it from Limited Run when it was out for the pre-order. And I said, you know what, this looks pretty good, and if I don't get it while it's at Best Buy, I'm not really going to have another chance, so I'll grab it. I still haven't really played it myself. The other one, though, this is the one I was really excited about, even though I haven't played it at all, is Windjammers, which is really, to talk about Neo Geo, it's not on this one, because I think it's originally like a Data East game. But basically, this is like a remake port, from my understanding of what they've actually done with Windjammers. So I was really excited about this for a long time. And of course, I haven't played it yet, but it's a great game that I have played in my life before. So I can't say enough good things about Windjammers. It's a great game. And then this is a really, really cool pack that I didn't know existed until I actually was in Best Buy the same day I bought the Battle Chef. I ended up going back for this. This is a 2-pack from Ubisoft that has 2 really, really great games in it. Child of Light Ultimate Edition, so it has all the DLC content. And Valiant Hearts: The Great War. And I haven't played Child of Light yet, but I really wanted Child of Light because I have basically what I want for Vita games, but I never bought Child of Light, and that was like the one game I didn't go and buy because it was kind of an RPG, but it's also a platformer. And the only way that I could ever want Child of Light more than wanting it on the Vita would be to get it on the Switch. And so it also came with Valiant Hearts: The Great War, which is this really, really especially important to me now because Sabaton just announced their new album yesterday. It's coming out on my birthday, and it's about World War I. And Valiant Hearts is a game about World War I with a lot of historical context, a lot of just really, really deep analysis of the time frame and everything, and a really, so far, just a very emotionally charged story to it. So I'm really enjoying that. I'm kind of taking it slow with that game, but I really do like it. And this is like a $40 2-pack, so you pay $20 for each game. You get them on one cartridge, physical, and it's just I was not expecting to see this at all. So I saw that and I knew I wanted to go back for it. So I did like 2 weeks ago, and I've been playing here and there. I've been playing Valiant Hearts. A couple PSP games. More PSP. 3 PSP games and 3 Switch games, the most of anything that I did. There's not a whole lot of stuff here this month. I just haven't picked up that much stuff. It is what it is. It's probably better this way. First I got Untold Legends, The Warrior's Code. This is the sequel to the Brotherhood of the Blade that you've probably seen every time you look for PSP games. I do really like the Untold Legends games, even though I've really only played for any amount of time. I've only ever played Brotherhood of the Blade, but I remember playing that as a kid, and it's kind of a Diablo clone, so I like it, and I've just never picked this up, but I did now, so that's cool. Also, if you watched my pickups video last month, I was talking about Dead to Rights and how it was that, like, there's a weird, like, significance for me, and I looked up all the other games in the series, and I realized that they pretty much have pretty good ratings. They're not disliked at all. They actually have a good following and, you know, fairly good reception. It's also, it's weird that this is a Namco published franchise to me. But anyway, this is an exclusive spin-off for the PSP, Dead to Rights Reckoning. So in total there are 4 Dead to Rights games. 1, 2, Reckoning, and I think it's Retribution that's on PS3 and 360. So I have to grab that at some point. Well, I have to grab 2 and Retribution. So I have 2 of them now. And of course, again, if you watched last month or whatever it was, or it might have even been the month before, but I finally played Metal Gear Solid 1, and now I'm interested in the series. I've finally broken through that barrier to find the enjoyment in Metal Gear Solid, and I picked up Peace Walker, which is a very important main series one. I have this horrible feeling in my gut that I keep buying these games, but at some point I'm just going to get rid of all of them and buy that PS3 collection to save space and to have it on that cool disc, because it's a really, really cool set. But for now, picking up these games for like $5 a piece. Peace Walker and 2 and 3 and, you know, all that. Just one PS3 game, and I'm a little bit ashamed of myself about it because it's terrible, and I know that going into it. But I have been watching Game of Thrones. My friends got me watching it, binging it up until the new season comes out in like less than 2 weeks now. I'm almost there. I'm almost caught up. But I said, okay, you know what? For under $10, if I find the Atlus, terrible Atlus game, I will buy it. So I did. So that's there. I do want to get the Telltale game as well, but I skeptically checked if the PS4 Xbox One version is objectively better, and it seems like it is from what I found online. So I do want to grab that, but that one's also more expensive. It's a whole thing. 2 PS2 games. This one I'm going to talk about first, because there's a whole story with the other one. But this is Samurai Legend Musashi, which I have not played for Fench Musashi very much. But this is the sequel where he looks like Sora from Kingdom Hearts. But it is the sequel to pretty much a cult favorite on the PS1. Nobody really talks about this one, but I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's that series didn't have a whole huge following for widespread to justify a sequel in the first place. So I'm surprised that this even exists, to be honest. And then it didn't get another one, so I don't think it has anything to do with this game, flopping or something. And then this is, of course, a Japanese game. I'm not going to show it to you because it's not very interesting to look at, but I did finally buy a Swap Magic, and I literally bought this because I want to play Japanese games. I don't want to play, I don't want to burn games. I don't want to do any of that stuff. I literally just want to play imports, and these imports on the PS2 and PS1, there is such a huge library of them, and I'm really, really interested, and I want to check them out. And so now, even on Declutter, they have, every once in a while, you see these Japanese games, and I wonder, if they're good games, if they're worth picking up. And this is called Shinsegumi, and it is a sort of Dynasty Warriors looking hack and slash fighter type of thing. Seems like it would be fairly accessible without reading, and it's also supposed to be really good. It has a sequel, I think it's Bakumatsu Den, that I've also seen. So if I end up actually playing this game and not just having it, I'm waiting on other imports that I've ordered to come in, but they're coming from Japan. This is something that was in the US. So I've got it already. But that's the only Japanese game I have right now. I'm waiting on more. Next month we'll have several, most likely, Japanese games to talk about. Excuse me, but that's the only one I have right now. 2 funky Wii games, especially weird to me because they both start with O. And that's just a weird letter for games to start with. There's not a whole lot of games that start with O, and I mean, there are games that start with O. It's just weird that the only 2 Wii games I have right now start with that. First one is Opoona, which is a cult hit JRPG for the Wii, and when I was able to get this for a lot cheaper than it usually goes for, and I was like, you know what, that's an interesting game to me. It looks adorable. And you play it with the classic controller and stuff, so I'm kind of into this. It's not necessarily my type of game, but it's a cool piece to add to the collection because you don't see it that much. And then this one is Octomania, which is a weird puzzle game. I don't really know what necessarily to say about it. It's a weird puzzle game with octopi, and yeah, it's published by Conspiracy, which never really imbues a whole lot of confidence in something, but it's from Idea Factory, and yeah, I need to actually play this game and to actually get an idea of what it's about or how to play it. And then finally, this is a game that I'd actually been looking for a little while now. This is Urban Chaos Riot Response, and I think I will admit that I did start to get interested in this because it was brought up on Metal Jesus Rocks, and that's why a lot of people started looking at it, a lot of people started wanting it, and this game went up in price even more. But it's not that I saw it on Metal Jesus and I wanted it. he said the very important thing that made me want this game, because I would not be interested in this game otherwise, even if it was just that it was good. But this game was developed by Rocksteady, who made Batman, Arkham Asylum, and Arkham City, which are two of my favorite games of all time. I'm not talking Batman games, I'm not talking superhero games, I'm not talking anything like that. I played the shit out of Arkham Asylum and Arkham City when I played them originally, and so, you know what? If they made this game and it's supposed to be good, I wanted it. Regardless of how uninterested I am in the subject matter. And that's it. It's a short video this week, this month rather, but some cool stuff, good stuff to talk about, and gives us the knowledge that there will be cool stuff to talk about next month as well. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.